Okay, so what I always tell people, welcome back to another session, Kosam. We are still on the first steps to manager, and we are looking at the importance of the list. So what I always share with people is that you first need to decide if Forever is your business or not. I know you're thinking, what do you mean? What do you mean Forever is my business or not? I mean, is it your wealth creation strategy? Is this your long-term business? How long are you going to be in this business for? The reason I'm saying this is because you will prospect people today, you will invite people today, you will share the opportunity today, and they will join 2 years from now. So if you are testing the waters, if you have one foot in and one foot out, it may not work. It may not work because when you're thinking all these 70 people that I've written on my list will join me, this month because I want to go to supervisor. Unfortunately, that's not how it works. People join out of alignment. The opportunity aligns with their need at the time and they are ready to take it. Sometimes, yes, we do need to motivate a bit. Sometimes, they are inspired by your success. Sometimes, yeah, but the truth of the matter is that you could find that none of the 70 people will join you, but a stranger will just come from your TikTok and join. Now, you may find that none of those people will join, but they will refer other people to you. So the important thing is to just keep going despite the negative response that you're getting from them, despite the rejection. You just need to know that this is what I want and this is what I'm doing. And instead of looking at this as I am trying to recruit, look at this as I am trying to bring a solution to a problem. That also helps a lot because if you're looking at it from "Ngabe Nkosi yami batlang joyina and mina yathi I'm trying to grow in the business," it may not work. What is going to work is when you see this as a solution and you see yourself as a destiny helper, as someone who is assisting this person to become better, to change their life, to take on a new lifestyle of health, and so on and so forth. If you look at yourself, who you were before you joined the business and who you are today, that is exactly what you're trying to help the other person become. If you're saying I'm a better communicator today, I'm starting to enjoy my job, I am more excited, and all those things that you say you benefited by joining the business, someone else needs that motivation. Someone else needs the direction. Someone else who has another business thinks their business is failing and they want to close it. Maybe they could just come into network marketing and find that they get a revived why that is going to not just benefit them in this business that we are talking about, but even in other ventures that they go into, because such is the nature of the business. The business is supposed to create a new version of you that is inspired, that wants more out of life, that is a better communicator, a better leader, and so on. So as you are talking to these people, stop thinking they will join you today and stop feeling bad for yourself when they say no. Just tell yourself that I am doing what I have to do. I am mastering my business. I am mastering, dealing with people, including dealing with rejection. And whoever joins me will join me. If they don't join me, it's their loss. If they join me next year, fine, I'll still be in the business and I'll be ready to assist them. I hope it helps you.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, team leader.
Mhm. So I think Du has joined us. Are you still here in the meeting, Du? Welcome, welcome. I don't know if Du decided to come into the meeting and went to cook or do her dishes because she's not responding. Anyway, okay, if you have done that step, I'm happy. I also did my 100 plus. What I realized is that the first steps to manage a booklet is not even enough for the number of people that I know. So I committed to just getting a brand new notebook that I'm going to specifically use for my Who Do You Know list. So I think I know a lot of people that I realized, and I found myself now filling names on parts of the of the First Steps to Manager booklet that are not um designated for that. So that is when you see that when we say, I don't know who to share the business with, or I don't know who to sell to, you haven't started working from a list. You haven't started working from something that is organized. You just want to think from the top of your head and do it, which is almost impossible. So yeah, let's see what do we have for today. So today we are going to be doing step 2. So the very first step was Who Do You Know list. The second step is making contact. So last week we said build your list of 100 people that you know, people from different areas of your life. Just focus on the list. That is what we're talking about. Now that you have those people, how do you contact them? That is what we're going to be looking at today. So it's very important to know what to say, because remember what we say, recruiting is a skill. People think they can't recruit because they think I need to tell them everything. So if I tell them everything and they don't like what I said, then they won't join. If you meet someone today and you tell them everything about the business, you may overwhelm them, you may not say it the right way, you may miss out on the right way to present to them, because you decided to present on the spot. You may just scare them off by what you said. So when you are building a list of 100, you're building a list of 100, you will follow a system that we have for contacting them. That is why we say recruiting is a skill, because successful network marketers, they follow that cycle. They don't go straight into, hi, fana be forever. Forever. You understand that kind of thing? That's not how it works. That's not how it works. There's a way of making contact that is meant to get the person to be interested, to get the person to be curious, to get the person to want to see and take a look at the opportunity. So that is why then if you are attending Power Hour, you will note that we are discouraged from sharing presentations on Facebook. Like, come and join. These are the packages. That is not how it works. You can say it here and there just so that people know that you're doing forever, but that's not the way. You can't be posting packages all over the place and hoping that people will join. People need to know why they should join. People need to see a story, or to take a look at the opportunity, hear from someone who's done the business, for them to see the business for themselves, to see the opportunity for themselves. So that is why we're saying, after working on your list, the next step is making contact. And even when you make contact, there is a way to do it. So now it's going to depend on which way you choose. But before we even get to how you talk to the person, profiling is important. Profiling is important. So what is profiling? Profiling is first going through the person, looking at them. Where are they now? What are they interested in? What are they doing? With social media, it's very easy. Let me just make an example. You are talking to people on Facebook. You're looking at these people. Okay, this person is part of my Who Do You Know list. I know her from high school. You go onto her profile. The very first thing is you want to see where they are now, right now. Maybe this person is a mom, maybe this person is now married. She doesn't have any business that you see on their social media, but she does like to go out maybe on weekends, or she does like to go maybe on vacations or things like that. You can see the lifestyle interest. So the profiling is important, because you don't want to go to someone who is obviously selling another product, or who is within the industry already. You don't want to go to that person, because you're going to annoy them. You are going to make them feel like what they're doing is not important. Yours is more important. You don't want to go into prospecting someone who is already in the forever business, what is the point? So profiling is very important. It's kind of like stalking. If you were a guy and you wanted this lady, you wanted to have a relationship with her, you wouldn't go straight into their inbox and say, "Hi, can I take you out on a date?" You'd want to go through, their profile first to see, is this person single? Is this person the kind of person that I'm looking for? Do we have common interests and things like that? Are we going to vibe? That is what you do before making contact. Who is with me? Please type in the comment section and say profile if you understand what profiling your prospect means. At this point, this person is just a name in your list. You haven't said anything to them, you haven't called them, you haven't sent them a message. You are just trying to see where they are and if they would fit for the opportunity. Are you with me? Do you understand profiling? Do you understand profiling? Welcome, Lomasiko. I can see you just joined us. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yes, that is all you do. Nondeberg understands profiling. So after profiling, then now you decide on your objective. What do you want to do to this person? Do you want to invite them to a presentation? Do you want to see them? Do you want to maybe talk to them via inbox? What is your objective? How do you plan to reach out to them? It's very important, because different prospects require different approaches. You really need to be smart about it, which is why you can't have one message that you send to everyone. For example, if I am a mom and I'm talking to other moms, I want to come in with probably quality time with your kids is important to you, or is it important to you to be able to take your kids to Spur every month? I'm talking to a mom, and I know that a mom who is a toddler mom like me probably would find that important to them, but I can't say that to my previous boss who's a man who has nothing to do with being a stay-at-home dad. He's not even interested in it, or he does probably have children, but they now are teenagers. They are now going to university and all those things. Maybe that one I would ask, would you want to have a plan for your kids when it comes to their education? Would you want to take them to the schools of their choice or the university of their choice? Would you want to be able to afford to pay for them and all those things? So the way you approach your prospects will not be a one size fits all. I don't know if you agree with me. I don't know if you agree with me, but if you come in with, "Hi, we have this amazing opportunity that can make you travel the world," not everybody cares about that. At least not when their biggest concern at that moment is, "I don't know how to buy groceries for my family." Or right now, my biggest worry is school fees. And when you're coming in with, we could be going to Thailand next year and all those things, it's not what they want. It's not what they want. So it's very important to know that as you profile your prospects or the people in your list, you are trying to also find which angle to approach the conversation from. All right, and then now you're able to plan your words. And yeah, planning your words is very important so that you're not stuck. You are not stuck and confused and not sure what to say. And then smile. Even if you are doing your prospecting on the phone via a voice note or a call and stuff, do you know that people can tell if you're smiling? Can you hear it in my voice right now that I'm smiling or not? Do you think it's possible to sense if someone is smiling or not just via their voice on the phone? Let me know in the comment section if it's true, or you think, "Hi, it wouldn't matter really. I'll just come in." I'll just come in. Yeah, you can tell. Lumasik is saying yes, you can tell when someone is in happy mood, is smiling, is excited, even if you are doing it over the phone. So it's also very important, guys. Approach is very important. try by all means to use voice notes or voice calls. The reason for that is that they are able to sense your vibe. They're able to sense your energy. They're able to hear you. They're able to, yet I don't know why, but we always just prefer, let me forward. Let me forward. Hi, would you be willing to, I understand those questions, we're given those scripts and stuff. But the thing here is that sometimes this person has even forgotten you. They've forgotten you. Probably you have them on your contacts, but they've forgotten who you are and all those things. So sometimes smiling and coming in with that kind of energy via voice note helps them, to also just know that you're a real person, that they can have a conversation with. It's very, very important, so let's not run away from doing voice notes. And as you do your more voice notes, you get more confident until, you're no longer stammering, until you're no longer scared. So be a master at doing voice notes. I actually have a friend, now that I'm thinking about it, I have a friend who's a network marketer who barely types. I mean, I love writing, but yeah, she barely types. Whatever you ask her, she's going to do a voice note, and it's going to be, and I know sometimes voice notes, you can feel like, yeah, but what if the person doesn't want to hear my voice note? You can send them a message and then send a voice note again. It depends. But I remember when we're talking to our prospects, you don't just come in with the with the pitch in the very first encounter. We are taught in Yoga Power Hour, you first start with a light conversation with the person. You can either maybe they're having a birthday, wish them a happy birthday on social media. You can, if they're on your WhatsApp, great. Engage with their WhatsApp status and things like that. And then maybe in the follow-up conversation and so on, then now you're able to have a conversation. So if you're going to just start with a voice note in the very first message, then that may put them off, because sometimes they don't even know who you are, but sometimes it's very awkward for them to listen to a voice note. But if you have been chatting and then now you come in with a voice note for whatever that you want to ask them, they will respond to it. All right. And then if you are making a call, the most important thing is you get to the point. Get to the point, keep it brief, make the person know that you don't have enough time. How many times have you ever received a call from insurance, from maybe a network provider, you know, um, whatever business, like big business? Have you ever received a call where they were doing a follow-up or they were selling you something? Type a 1 if you have, type a 2 if you've never received a call like that. You have, okay. Please share how that call was. Just briefly, when they were calling you, what did they say? Did they go out bit about the bush? How long was that call? Please share.
Oh, okay. Angathi noma ngikho yini lokhu, but select wake wangishayela telling me about naku ukuthi batangibhadalela tonke tikweneti tami.
Okay. Yeah, it is.
Is that it? Because
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, what was straight to the point ukuthi actually they had i-information ngami kokuthi nginaso sikweneti loan ebhange, bacela ukungibhadarela bangiclearishele sona. Angathi sibakubita ngithi kuyini, sengikhohlwele leli gama lakho. So wakusho nje noma straight and ngathi cha ngiyabonga Shem.
Yeah.
Ngiyabonga. Ngasho so. Yeah, politely.
Okay. Okay. All right. Good. Let's see. Has anyone else ever received a call? Nandituza has never received a call. Haibo. Okay. So sometimes we get these calls because we've made inquiries before. Like, for example, if you want to get a funeral insurance or things like that, excuse me, you're going to shop around for policies, and then you leave your details, and then they will just decide to call you one time to say, hi, you once called us, or you once inquired about this and that and that and that. What I like about those people is that they know that you don't have enough time, and they never pretend that you do. they never pretend that you do. They never waste your time. They go straight into the point. They introduce themselves and they go straight into the point. Hi, would you have a minute? Because it's also very important to ask if the person has time. Because sometimes we just go straight into what we want and it's an awkward time for them. They're at work and all those things. So it's very important to ask, is this a good time for you? I just want to talk to you for only a minute. Nami, I'm busy right here. I'm just stealing time. Once you say those words, the person knows that, you're not going to waste their time because now you don't have time. So it's very important to just keep it brief. I've seen it with people that I personally know, that when I call them and not say those words, the call will end up being 30 minutes, and that is not effective. You can't be calling one person for 30 minutes because what exactly are you talking about? Don't let them drag the call. Don't let them start other conversations. Other prospects are very smart, especially if they know why you're calling them. They are going to drag you because they're trying to run away from why you called them. So try and keep it brief. Show excitement. Talk about the benefit for them. Don't talk about you a lot. In fact, at all. Even you can talk briefly, but don't talk about you. Talk about them. I know this could help you because at this point I can see you show that you realize that they have a problem that you could help with. I realize that now you have a newborn and this could help you in, oh, I realize that now you have a toddler. This could help you to spend more time with your toddler or to be able to take them to school and this and that and that, or to be able to afford maybe that extra lunch or things like that. So talk about what is in it for them. And in fact, even in that call, let them talk more and talk less. Even if you're like, okay, there's this exciting business, but I'd like to know if right now at this point, you were thinking about extra income and things like that. If the person opens up, allow them to talk, because then that person, as they're talking, they will allow you to hear them, and you will be able to qualify them as your prospect. You'll know what matters the most to them. You will know which part of the business may appeal to them. And even if they're unable to attend a physical or a live presentation, with all the presentations that you've gone through, and the library that we have on YouTube, you are able to then say, you know what, can I share a link to this particular one? Because this lady here, I really feel that she's exactly like you. Like 5 years ago, she was where you are right now. And I think you could resonate with her story because they have talked about themselves. But if you go on and on and on, you may not hear what is more important to them, where they are in life, and what how the business could assist them. I don't know if you're with me, team. Do you understand what goes into the call? Of course, we're going to go into how to make the call, but now we were just looking at how to approach the call in general. Help me help you. Are you understanding? Are you understanding? Have you tried to make calls to people? How was your experience? How was your experience? Please share with us, Ndu.
Yeah, I was trying to unmute. Okay, I did kuma calls most of them. Ukhanza ukuthi batongiphendula umuntu abe like, oh, okay, I will call you back. Uyabona le feedback le, I will call you back, especially nasanginale mali because kwanyalo ngite. Some ukhanza ukuthi ngeke bangibambe, but umuntu if angangibambi, I will leave a message, maybe a WhatsApp message.
Okay.
Kuba ngiloko nje. So far, game.
Yeah. Okay, you know
Yeah.
why they say I'll call you Nasengnimali? It's because you are presenting on the call. And sometimes the presenting that you're doing is because sometimes they'll ask you first, people always make things about money. When you're sharing an opportunity, they're asking you how much is it to join, and then when you go straight into saying, it's actually 6.8, and then they say, it's as cool when I saying that, you understand? At this point, you are inviting them to take a look at what you're doing. You are not sharing more information. You're not supposed to be sharing information via a call like that. It would be a different case if you were now doing a follow-up. But most of the time, we struggle with the cycle. Remember that we have a cycle. And so we talked about the cycle. Remember a cycle of you have to first have a listener, and then you contact, and then you show, and then you present, and then you assist them to get started. Yeah, well, so as you are contacting them, you can do it via phone call, right? You can do it via email, text message, face to face. So here we're talking about a phone call and a text, because that is you are more likely to use those if you are using social media. And then as you are showing them, don't summarize it. Don't summarize it. Take them through. Okay, sure. I was just calling to find out if you would have maybe time for a coffee date on Tuesday. I am available on Tuesday or Thursday. I don't really have enough time to explain. Please tell me if this is something that would work for you. Do you understand? You are trying to invite them now for a one-on-one. That is where you will be sharing more. Remember, now this person will be seated with you. You'll be able to go through everything, not the brief phone call where all they're asking is how much to join. Are you with me, fam? So you are sharing an invitation. Are you inviting them for coffee, inviting them for a WhatsApp presentation, for a Zoom presentation, for a physical presentation like what we're having over the weekend? Why is it important? It's important because you don't want to ruin it by sharing what you thought was important, and then they make it about the money for joining. Are you still with me? Are you still with me? I've also stopped sharing all the info online. I prefer one-on-one. Yes, one-on-one or Zoom presentations or things like that. It helps a lot because also then the person has all the time to sit with you. They trust you. They are also curious. They want more information. Yet when you share everything on public platforms, then there's no reason for them to contact you. Okay, now let us look at some of examples that you can use to invite your prospects to take a look. The most important thing is you are saying, take a look. You are not recruiting them. You are not telling them to join. You are saying, take a look, because when you take a look, you will see if this is for you. So, hello, Sam. It's me, Swusi. How are you? Do you have a moment? Great. That is how you start. Remember, we said people are not waiting for you to present to them. They are just doing their thing. Either they're working, they're busy with their own things. They are not waiting for you. So it's important to ask if they have a moment. And that also shows that you have respect for them and their time. And then the reason for the call, if you're calling them, is that I have just started a business which attracts open-minded people like you, and I immediately thought of you. So now you are inviting this person according to their character. Of course, if somebody is a Swati, you won't say it like this. But you're doing a nice business and man, just looking at how open-minded you are or how you're a hustler, man, this thing would suit you. People will listen to you when you acknowledge, their personality or their strengths, because then it means, it means we are info. It means, they think, oh, if when you think I can do it, then I can do it. So it's kind of like you are just highlighting their strengths in relation to the opportunity. And please note how many times you use the name. Don't just say hi, yabona noma hi. So just use the name. When you use the name, the person also knows that it's not you're not a scam. You are a human being, you're a person, and it helps to build a rapport. Try and use the person's name as much as possible. Even if you're doing copy and paste, try and edit and include their name. It helps them a lot to know that, hi, this person knows me, which is why it's important to ask people's names and save their numbers, because a year from now you may want to prospect them, so you want to get their name right. All right, so then sometimes you're going to approach them from the angle of their problem. We talked a bit last month or 6 months ago, and you said you were not happy at work. Is that still the case? You are coming in with their biggest concern, their biggest problem, which is called the hot button. You're pressing the hot button. What is this person's problem? What is the one thing that is bothering the most? They are not happy at work. Or we talked a bit and you said your contract was coming to an end. Are you still looking for an opportunity? Or even if their contract has been renewed, it's also important to come back with, you know what, I can see that now you have something, but wouldn't you want to have something that is going to just create financial security just in case this contract comes to an end again? Yeah, but so those that's actually a very good way to start a conversation, to get them to think about the opportunity, which is why it's important to have conversations with people. Don't just talk to people when you're inviting them to WhatsApp and Zoom presentations. Always have conversations with people. I'll make an example, something that happened to me over the past week. So 3 months ago, I met some lady. She's even my mom's age. Can you believe it? She's my mom's age. Banje, she's business minded. She's running traditional business. And I shared that I just started my forever business and I'm selling these products. I never recruited her immediately. I remember that I had my clear bag. So she saw my products and she was just like, I don't think I care about supplements. Meaning I buy my supplements from the doctor and stuff, So she never really cared much about forever products. We talked a bit and I shared briefly about the opportunity because this is an online business and stuff. And she said, hey, when I get home, I just want to have my wine and chill. Don't tell me about meetings and all these things that you want me to do. I don't want to do that. I'm old now. Those things are not for me. But I still took her number and, we left the conversation there. I think on Thursday or so, yeah, it was on Thursday because I remember that I invited her to a presentation that very day. So I then pass by her business and I say, hi, I was just passing by. This time around, my clear bag is bigger and I'm with my son. So we talk briefly and she tells me that she wants to close her business. She wants to close her business because she's tired of coming to work. She wants someone who's just going to buy the entire business, or she could just auction her entire business equipment and stuff and just go back home because she's so tired. She's tired of reporting to work like she's employed. She's tired of having to come and babysit her workers, and all the things that happen in traditional business. And this time around, I didn't just talk briefly about the business. I invited her to a Zoom presentation. We talked briefly, and then I said to her, you know what? I just left the house now at 3 p.m., just to come and give my son a haircut. We were going to the salon. And I said to her, I totally understand why traditional business would frustrate you. So how about you just join the presentation at 8 p.m. on Zoom, And this time around, she was more receptive and she was she looked like she's interested and she was starting to, to warm up towards the idea of this kind of business. So why am I sharing this with you? Lesinye skhathi, you will talk to someone today. They are not it's not that urgent to them. They're not that desperate. 3 months later, a year later, you go back to the same person. They are looking at things differently because of where they are in life. So it's important to keep contact and to not pushy when you're approaching people, not to want them to join today, come to the meeting today, have conversations, because when you have a conversation with the person, you hear what matters to them the most at that point in time. You hear their pain points, you hear what is stressing them. And even when you listen to them, don't say, yeah, if you had joined 3 months ago, you wouldn't be here. Just listen to them and keep recommending the business as a solution to say, oh, I actually understand. But with this kind of business, you could actually be enjoying more time at home and doing the business at your own pace. And then get them to come to the presentation. Don't sit with them and explain everything before they actually go through the information. Through a video or just by attending a meeting. I don't know if you've learned something from me sharing this. Have you? Nisekhona na. And then you also want to approach those people that you respect. You want to approach those people that you respect and say, I started this business. I'm so excited about it. And, I just want your opinion on it. Would you take a look? There's those people that, especially people that are established in business or people that already have business, you don't want to come in with, you need an extra income, because they already know that they're already in business. So you're coming in with, I just want your opinion. As they come into the presentation, they may see certain benefits of the business that maybe they are not getting in their kind of business, especially people in traditional business. They already have business, but they don't have time freedom. They already have business, but they don't have residual income. The only money they get is money that comes in, from sales and profits. They never really know bonuses and all those things that we get. They get those things, but they don't get incentives. They're not traveling, they're not getting free cars and all those things. So when you say, I just want to ask for your opinion, you're actually making the person feel like, oh, actually, let me come in as a coach in this. Yet you are actually trying to get them into the business. I don't know if you understand me. So that's also another way to approach them, especially people that are doing well, better than you. They are CEOs, they are what, and when you look at them, you feel like, hey, how would I recruit this person? Get them to come and look at the presentation, but the approach should be, I really would like for your opinion in this, or, this has a huge potential, but with your experience and background, I think you could probably have a better opinion and things like that. Would you take a look? Again, the most important thing is for them to take a look. The most important thing is for them to take a look. Okay, someone has a comment here. I'm learning leader will rush prospects so much and they lose interest easily. Yes, we're rushing them. When you yourself, you don't like it when people rush you, so don't rush prospects. Recruiting is a process. Don't rush them. Even when they rush you, be very quick to bring them back to order, to say, sure, I'll share more information. Sometimes you can even say things like, I'll share, currently I'm driving, but I can drop you a link to go through this and then we can talk afterwards. Because then if they push you to a decision, sometimes you're telling them that, hey, there's this exciting business, and they're busy asking, what is the name of the business? Tell me the name of the. Don't give all away from that call or that encounter. I remember that I met one lady one time at Spa, and I just told her that, yeah, you look like someone that really could be a good business partner to me. I have this amazing business. And she said, okay, sure. She gave me her number. And then, excuse me, she kept asking me. I remember that she even came to the till where I was to say, Ish, You're not giving me rest. I really want to know what this business is. And I said, no, I'll just share. As soon as I get home, I'll just forward the information, and she kept pushing me to say, tell me the name. I've done a lot of businesses, Anyway, we ended up having a conversation later. I shared, and then she came back to me to say, I've done this business. I don't want it. But a few weeks ago, she came back again to say, yo, you really strike me as a serious businesswoman. Let's talk more about the business. So sometimes when you just give everything away, which is why also these professional network marketers, they are not always branded, guys. You will be branded, but not all the time. When you have now your cap, your t-shirt, your everything, then the person just, if they have a negative attitude towards Forever, they're already feeling offish. They won't even give you their number. But if you come in with a good approach, talk about the benefits of the business that you're doing, and then tell them, sure, you know what, we have this meeting, and I wouldn't want you to miss this meeting. Let me share a link. Come to the meeting. You're even helping yourself, because if you're meeting them on the streets, then you're going to have their number, and that helps with the nurturing of that prospect. Guys, if you're going to give them the information and then they decide that they don't want to give you their number, it's over. It's over for you. Where are you going to meet them again? So yeah, thank you so much for raising that, Masiko. Sometimes we ruin it by pushing them or by wanting to give them information that they are not ready for. And sometimes when people join, in fact, most of the time, people join you, they don't join companies. So the reason why sometimes you're not successful is because they don't think you are someone that they could join. So the good thing about not giving everything away is that they will come onto your social media, and then they'll see how you do things. They will fall in love with you, fall in love with your posts, your personality, your energy, and then they will join. There's people that will join Forever, not because they care about the supplements, not because they know anything about selling a health product, but because they are joining you. People join people. So that's also another way of looking at it. And as you are giving everything away, you are also removing the attention from, excuse me, from you, when the attention should be on you, so that they can join you and not necessarily the company. So yeah. And then finally, the business approach, again, that could work with someone who is business minded or things like that. If I found a company that was booming in the marketplace, financially stable and all, and where you could be successful without any risk, would you be interested to look at it? Again, that is also sharing the benefits, while making the person feel like this is a great opportunity that I don't want to miss. So some of these things, it's what we're doing in Power Hour. Actually, all what I'm talking about today, it's what we're doing in Power Hour. All the scripts, we have them. They've shared them, our leaders in Power Hour. So if you attend Power Hour, the reason why you are successful is because you do this every day. You literally do this with 5 to 10 people every day, which is why people that do Power Hour, they are likely to recruit. But if you don't, then it means you're not asking these questions to anyone. And on average, you need to be asking at least 5 people these questions every day. Getting 5 new numbers, asking these people this question, and then getting them to look at a presentation. That is just the cycle, the system of building the business. All right. So then if the person now has answered you, then you'll be like, obviously, I know, I don't know if this is going to be for you or not. Only you can decide. Let's meet up and I'll show you. Or you know what, we have a meeting on Thursday. Come to the meeting, and then you'll decide from there if it's for you. Because then you don't want to disqualify them before they see what is happening in the presentation or in the business. You also don't want to share everything and have them disqualify themselves because you shared probably a part of the business that they don't think is going to work for them. So let them come and go through everything. When people go through a presentation, others, when they look at it, they see the product and they think, okay, I love the product. Others, they see the incentives, others, they see the money, others, they see, the community. You never know why people join the business. People join for different reasons, which is why we have the SADC meetings on Thursday. The reason we have them is so that people can hear what exactly the business is about, but also hear a success story, someone's testimonial. And then when you hear a story, you're able to relate with it. You're able to see yourself in that person, and you're able to make a decision based on the testimonial, of someone that has done the business. So the reason why you can't say, this one won't work for you, I've seen it. Sometimes I hear you guys when I ask, how is it going? You tell me, hey, this one will join, but nyalo usasa busy ngani ngani. The excuse is coming from you. If the excuse is already coming from you, then how is the person going to join the business? Even if the person, you know them personally, you know what is happening in their life, you know that they don't have money at the present moment, it is not for you to say. Don't say, I know right now you don't have the money. No. When people want the business and they see the opportunity, they will make a plan and come into the business. Don't say things like, maybe after 6 months because nyalo usanza kubeleka. No, who tells you that they won't be able to do the business with a newborn? So don't make the excuses for them. The reason why we say be a no excuses person is that we know that once you beat all the excuses, once you get to a certain level in life where you make no excuses, even yourself, you're like, it's cold, but I'll attend the meeting. I don't have money, but I'll do my 4CC. Once you're that kind of person, it's going to be easy to build a business because you're not going to take excuses from people. That doesn't mean that you won't be empathetic and understand people's problems and pains and so on. But you also understand that if you want results, you put excuses aside. So stop saying things like, I don't think this would work for you, but try. No. Tell them that I don't know if this is going to work for you. Come into the presentation so that you can decide. You are giving them the responsibility of making the decision. You don't want to make the decision for them. All right. And guys, we have daily presentations now. I'll be releasing the schedule later on after this meeting. We have daily presentations in our WhatsApp group, which means it's a great opportunity for every time you meet people, you share the link, they come into our WhatsApp presentations, and then they come to the Thursday presentations. There is no reason for not recruiting because you're just inviting people to come to an existing presentation that we as a team are having on a daily basis. All right, and then you can also say, I'd like to invite you to take a look at an online video. You can give them a link, that has all the information. We have plenty of videos that you can share. You can go on YouTube. There's plenty of videos. The one that I share, I got on YouTube, it's 18 minutes. So you can't tell me that you don't have 18 minutes. 18 minutes is a very short time, So yeah, and then you then say, you will call them at this time to ask what they think of it. It's very important to now give them the time for the follow-up, because if you say, okay, let me forward this to you, and then you don't tell them to watch so that you can follow up with them, they may take the link and never do anything with it because there is not, what do you call this? Because there is no pressure. So you ask them, if I share this link with you, when do you think you can be able to watch? It's only 10 minutes. If I call you around this time tomorrow, are you going to do you think you would have gotten time to watch? Most of the time people don't make time for the very first presentation, and that is when you see that this person is not there yet. They don't need the opportunity as much as I would love them to at this point. Because if you keep inviting them and they keep telling you they don't have time, chances are they won't even have the time to build a business, So that's also a very good qualifier. If they keep saying, I forgot, I didn't have data, I didn't have time, you may probably just tell them that, what, I'm thinking, maybe let me check with you a year from now. I don't think this is going to work for you right now. You seem to be busy with other things, and sometimes that even helps them to take it more seriously if they haven't been. All right. And then you can even approach with the you can even approach them with the health benefits to say, I know you are committed to self-care. I know you're committed to health. I know you're committed to maintaining your weight and all those things, and I just came across a product which I think could help you. Can I just stop by and show you what I found? Great strategy, great strategy. We have C9, we have all these weight management products. We know people that love the gym with great fitness products, sports nutrition. That's an opportunity for you to share. And when you also, even though you're sharing the health benefits, you start with the opportunity. Don't start with the product. Start with the opportunity, because even if they come into the business, they will be using the product anyway. Don't start with the product, because if you start with the product, they won't. Focus on the opportunity. Focus on the opportunity. And if they say no to the opportunity, then you recommend the products. Yeah. So basically that is how you make contact. You match the wants and the needs of the prospect with what you have so that you get better results. I don't know if you guys were following or you felt like you're cool. It's so hard. Welcome, Robert Fatsa. I can see that you just joined us. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So please let me know if this the penny dropped for you when I was sharing this. Do you see where you were going wrong with your inviting? Yeah, I would appreciate for people to unmute themselves for it to be effective, because I can't read the comments. So how have you been doing it? Based on how you've been doing it and what you learned today, do you think you can do it better, or you still want to do it the old way? Call your friend, mngani, we are forever. And then umngani wakho athi, yo, angingenana forever, leave me alone, and then it's over.
Vele, we've been doing it the wrong way.
Yeah. Is it lack of skill, or it's just in a pressure, so I'm taking a shortcut?
Yeah. I thinking, yeah, but maybe sometimes we feel pressured to go to your yati solo. Like, I don't have a recruit, we are bored and follow.
Yeah.
No, I go to okay, I've been contacting these people, and some of them kind of tabak painful, but you keep on, and ubone ukuthi some of them abekho interested, uyabo. After even you've shared the information, and ngibone lapho ukuthi you will share the info kubo bonke labantu, maybe asengibekise bang-10, ushare all the information ukuthi how do you join, yini box yodumo, unpack ukuthi kubanani uthengisa and thole profits lengakanani, and then after look explain lo ngaka like, oh, ngawubona ngakuthinta. So just went the wrong way. That's why
Yeah.
kanza ukuthi solo kude, yeah.
Uh, I want someone else to share. But that's so true. No, sometimes our desperation, because we're desperate, we take shortcuts, and because we're taking shortcuts, we're doing it the wrong way, and then it does.
Yeah, we're doing it the wrong way and it's siyabacosha.
Yes. For example, if you're a guy and then you come in and you just ask to marry someone that you barely know, wena ungathini vele? Wouldn't you run away? Wena, I don't even know you. Like, what do you mean you want to marry me? But if the guy said, oh, gorgeous, Yabana, do you have time maybe for for a date, a coffee date on
Can
Friday.
we meet?
That's
Yeah.
it. There's going to be some kind of relationship that is going to be built from that 30 minutes, 1 hour encounter. From that time, you're going to know each other better. You're going to build rapport. Even when you sit with the person, which is what I learned, after doing it wrong on my coffee dates, because they don't come in and open the laptop and say, voo, 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 presentation forever was founded in 90s. No, do not. That's your opportunity to look at the prospect in the eye, share about yourself, and even present yourself well. That's your opportunity to dress up. That's your opportunity to smell nice. That's your opportunity to make the person, see you and think, I want this thing. This person, I really want this thing. And then when you sit down and talk to the prospect, you don't start with the company history, packages, incentives. No, you have a conversation. What matters most to you? Why would you want this business? Or if they approached you, even if they didn't approach you, ask them where they are in life. What would excite them right now? What is their career looking like? If money and time were not a problem, where would they be? People will tell you, say, oh, I'd be sipping mimosas in the Bahamas. And then that's a good conversation starter to, oh, you actually have big dreams. You want to travel the world. Great. Now let's look at how I can assist you through this opportunity. Because when people talk about themselves, you then find what matters most to them. And then that is how you're able to connect. And even when from that presentation, the one-on-one, the coffee date, they won't join. Even when you do your follow-ups or you see, then now, and you have them on your status and you see their statuses as well. They'll post their children and then you'll comment, happy birthday if it's a birthday or things like that. Remember from the conversation, this person talked about how important their child was to them or their kids are to them, and now they've posted their child. You are not saying, hey, Gani, when are you joining? You're just saying, oh, great, I'm sending my wishes to them and things like that. This person will remember that the reason why I want to join this business, it's for my children, because you had a conversation. So network marketing works when you are human first. Don't try to be a robot that is recruiting. You are a human being first. Talk to them. Even when they share their things, share your things as well. Don't let them now go on and on about their problems. And then when you are just quiet, when they say things like, I really want this business, but I don't have 6.8. Don't say, find it. Just like we always say it. Yes, we will say it sometimes because we're joking and stuff, but the other thing is you will also want to put yourself in their shoes to say, I totally understand. I also didn't have that kind of money lying around, which is why I want you to look at the opportunity, because once you build this business right, 6.8 will be nothing, But what I can tell you is that for what you want, you make a sacrifice. I made a sacrifice. I went to take my savings. I went to borrow money to start the business. And today I'm in a different space. It's important because when you're talking to them, you want to also show them that you understand them, where they are and why they are struggling, But you won't hear those things if you went on and on about company history, this and that, this and that. Talk to them, find out what matters to them so that that's a good starting point for the conversation. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts? Tell me, guys, you have been prospecting, Kayla. It can't be do only.
Mm, Hello,
Hi,
hello,
Sissy.
Lid.
Yes, Sissy.
Yes, so sometimes when uqala ibhizinisi ujoyina ibhizinisi siba excited kakhulu, sicabanga ukuthi nalama-prospect are-excited njengathi.
Yeah.
Kani kani wona akekho lapho. That's where you have to build the relationship kwi-process. The prospecting i-process kumele uyicale nawe njengoba nawe uze wafika la kunokuba excited ukuthi sola bhizinisi ngenyalo, this is what I see, this is the future that I see. So thina sithi singaba excited bese sesicabanga ukuthi everyone ubona njengendlela lesibona ngayo, kanti that's not how it is. So bese-ke umuntu angabi ngale excitement lota ngayo besoba wena so uyabhajadeka uyabona sowuva ngathi the business is not working, people won't join, kanti ngile ndlela lo the approach lokunayo wena ucabanga ukuthi everyone so doubt forever njengale ndlela yokuva ngayo wena, kanti that's not how it is.
Good. Love it.
Yeah.
Love it. Again, coming back to the
Mhm.
example of dating, I love that you're saying not everybody's excited as you. Coming back to the example, the guy who's approaching you has been profiling you, has been watching you, everything that you're doing, every post that you're making on social media, they're looking at you. So they know that they like you. You know that you don't even know this person. Sometimes, even when they're sending a message, you'll just go to their profile to see who is this person because you don't even know them. So you're not excited. You're not thinking there's no butterflies at this point. You're not thinking there's a wedding that's coming. You're just like, who is this guy who's sending me a message? But that's how the prospect thinks when you're coming high. It's been a while. Yeah, we're talking about the home market. It's been a while. I can't believe I last talked to you at university 10 years ago. That person is like, oh, okay. The conversation is starting there. You can't then say, yo, you're missing out. There's this opportunity. No. How are you doing? How have you been? They talk about themselves. Oh, actually, I'm a mom now. Yo, ziyakhala though motherhood. Oh, I totally relate. I also have a 2-year-old and it's not easy at all. Tell me, do you have, maybe something that doing to supplement your income or things like that? All those things are not going to come in one conversation. Definitely not. You can't say hi today. I saw you 10 years ago and da 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 da. And there's a business and we have a presentation and it's today. Huh? You'll really, really lose them, But it also depends. I met a lady, for example. Again, I went to this shopping complex. I met her, and I also didn't know how to approach her because it was just scary. So I was in the car sitting with my son, Sinata slash Papi, and then she had parked just opposite my car, and then she's going to her car, and she sees us, Yabona, just having that moment, and she's admiring us, she's laughing, and then Ungene Modern, I can see that she's hooked, and then I just say hi, after that, I say, you really strike me like someone who is business minded. I really want us to talk business, and then for a moment she was like, yo, this woman. And then she tells me that actually I do have businesses. And then before pitching my business, I said, tell me about your business. You know why I did that? Because I don't want to go on and on about what I do. Yet maybe she's doing the same business as me. And Nakona, I was not even planning to tell her my business in person. I wanted us to talk on WhatsApp. I have more power when we talk on the phone because I know that even if Ungtula, the very first encounter, ngeke udehlule the-data stam, you'll always be watching my social media, and that's where the power is. But then she tells me about this business that she does and many other businesses that I can see that she's hustling here and there, and then we talked until, I eventually shared that it's actually forever. And then she tells me that actually I've been a member before. She even takes out her card. And then I find that she's a very old member. She's not in the business anymore, and I can re-sponsor her. The good thing about Forever is that you can sign up a person, re-sponsor a person who has been a member before. Tell you what, because the conversation was long, and I think we went on for 20, 30 minutes, I was able to squeeze in everything. And that person attended the Zoom presentation that very day. Actually, she didn't. She told me that she was able to go through the replay the next day. She came back to me. I didn't even have to do a follow-up. She came back to me to say, I went through the presentation and I'm so inspired. I want to do this business. So even if that was just a car park encounter, the way we handled the interaction allowed me to invite her to a presentation and all those things. So even though she's an old member, I didn't allow that to stop me from sharing. And I didn't want to share on the spot. I know that a presentation is more powerful than what I will share. She came back to me. She's willing to do the business. So the most important thing is to just navigate the relationship the way the person is treating you. Not every prospect will be the same, but the most important thing, avoid presenting. Avoid presenting on the spot. Your job is to invite. Avoid presenting. Your job is to invite. I don't know if you are with me. Avoid presenting on the spot. You won't be able to present over a minute, 2 minutes. You won't. Invite to a presentation, invite them to click a link, invite them to come to a presentation that we're having, a physical one. Invite them. If you are, again, on Power Hour, you will note that even with the calls that we make, it ends with, you know what, we have a presentation tonight on WhatsApp. Can I share a link? You know what, we are coming near you. We will be having a physical presentation. Please come, and all those things. Why? Why is that important? It's important because the more you do that, the more the people look forward to this thing instead of dismissing you in that very encounter. All right. So on this part, okay, you will see that it's just how you follow through the call. Hello, is it a good time? Hi. Do you have a minute? Hi, can you chat for a second? I've got an idea I want to share with you. Just started doing some work with an amazing company and I wanted to share it with you. You can choose. You don't have to use all these. Just started a new business and I wanted to run it past you. Not sure if this is for you. Not sure if this is right for you. Thought of you because you are da da da. That is how you profile the person, because you're outgoing, because you're open-minded, because you're good with people. I'm not sure if this is for you, but I know it can give you more income. It can give you work-life balance. It can give you time. It can give you freedom. It can, and then all I want to do at this stage, which is the most important part, the inviting, all I want to do at this stage is share more info with you. You'll know if it's for you after going through the information. All I want to do at this point is to get some more information in your hands and you will see for yourself if it's right for you. All I want to do at this point is I want you to take a look at this and you can decide if it's for you. What I'd like for us to do is get together for coffee, show you some of the information. It will only take 20 minutes. Or let's have a call. We'll go through the information online. Or go through this website or this link to take a look if this is for you. You are trying as much as possible to not present. You are just pitching and then leading them to a resource. Pitching, leading them to a resource. Those presentations that we do on Thursdays, they are always recorded. Try and get people to go through them. They may not be able to attend the Zoom live, but they may be able to go through the presentation, if you share the links. Are you with me, team? Our meeting is supposed to end at 9:30 and we're already 5 minutes over. Yeah, so that's what I wanted us to go through as part of making contact. That is the cycling, Osiam. That is the cycle. If you don't follow the cycle as is, you will say recruiting is hard. Kanti, you are doing it wrong. You're taking a shortcut. You are, So contacting is very, very important, and contacting the right way is important. So I hope Nandobego is learning, because she told me about 70 people that are already rejecting her. But then The most important thing is you build your list of 100 and then you contact this way. Not telling them to come and join you because when you will be a millionaire through forever. Nope, 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 nope.
Yes, me. No, sengiyabona the reason why ngiba ghosted being presenter. No, understand Hashem. I've learned a lot today.
Yep, yep.
Being presenter mina kuloyo mzuzwana nje.
And upresent imali wrong phela because kona nawe usasengaka uyabona letinye tifo atisi accurate. Yabona, you're telling them that they will make an extra 10K and then they're asking you where's the money coming from and now you're still not sure. Uyabona, yet a video will explain well. The Thursday presentation will explain well. Right? Right. I hope
Thank
Roberta is here because she just joined us. I don't know if she's following, but yeah, this is just what we were doing today. How to
Yes, I'm following my leader. I'm following.
yeah, yeah. Have you been making contact? How are you doing it?
Yes, I have been. Most of the people, their challenge is money. That is the challenge. But otherwise, they are willing to try. They can see that they really need to supplement their budgets. So most of them, the challenge is the money. So you will find that like end of this month, I am hoping and expecting at least two to join because they've been waiting to get money. So I'm just hoping when they get paid, then they will be able to. Otherwise, people are willing, people can see that their budgets are really strained. They can see they need to make extra money, but they don't have money to start. And like we've been discussing before, we can't give them capital, we can't give them startup money. They need to look for the money so that they will take the business seriously. Otherwise, that is the major challenge I am just facing. But you can see what people want to.
Yeah, yeah. That's actually good. That's actually good. I see you joined a bit late. What I want you to realize is that this is a numbers business. This is a numbers game. Recruiting is all about the numbers. Sometimes the mistake that we make, we hold on to that one prospect because we've fallen in love with the prospect. Sometimes we know that they're good. Sometimes we know that they need the business. Sometimes we know that they would do the business well. And we just hold on to, hey, this one must come. So with this, when you're going through your who do you know list, writing your people and doing it like this on a daily basis. If you are employed, you will do this with 3 to 5 people. If you're not employed and you're doing forever full time, you are going to do it with 10 or even 20 people. All you are doing is get them to come to a presentation. The reason why we want them to do that, Robert, is that we know that when they come to a presentation, they will probably come out of the presentation and have more agency as to how they look for the money. Because Lesinyas Kata, the reason why they are citing the money excuse is because we are giving them the kids. We're telling them that, hey, come and join. And then they ask, how much is it? And then you say 6.8. And then they say they'll come back when they have the money. But then they must come into a presentation. I'll make an example. There's a lot of members that started with no money. Most of us here started with no money. We made sacrifices, but we know of successful people like Lida Kuchi. She's one of those people in the business that her story is centered around not having enough money to start. What did she do? She sold her TV to start her business. So those are just some of the examples of people that have made success when they didn't have enough money to start. So your job is not to you can hear them and understand them when they say they don't have money, but your job is to open their minds, and create that agency. Tell them, okay, I know you don't have the money. What are you willing to do? What are you willing to do? You know, and then you come in with a story. Remember, we said storytelling is powerful. So then now you can even come in with a story to say, you know what, I'm just reminded of this lady in the business. Right now, she's in Italy for the cruise. She's rocking the boat. 8 years ago, she didn't have money to start, and she sold her only TV. You know, today she's in a different space, traveling the world with her kids. And, you know, that's just the power of sacrifice. What are you willing to do to change a situation? You are creating that sense of agency, because people will tell you that they don't have money to start, and they'll go for 2 years trying to raise 6.8. And even when they come into the business, because they don't understand that business is an ongoing investment, once they buy their first kit, they will never buy stock again, because they will come back and say, I don't have the money to restock again, you know. So which is why you also need to have the skill of, when they dribble you, you also come in, you know, because they will always have objections. I once shared objections in the groups. I don't know if I can find them today. I will share them with you again. Because even dealing with objections is a skill in recruiting. You need to know that when the person says this, this is what I will say. When the person says this, this is what I will say. So that they don't dribble you. When they say, I don't have money, then you say, oh, okay. No, you won't recruit when you do that. You won't recruit when you do that, you know. And the truth of the matter is that they won't even do much about it, even after saying, I'll see month end. People that think they will join with the salary will never join, because the salary will never have that kind of capital in it. You'll never have 6.8 in your salary. Sitting, waiting, no. I don't care how much you earn, you just won't have it, you know. You just won't have that kind of money. So that is why you also need to have the skill of dealing with the objections. Don't just listen to them and say, they're saying they're coming. You know, that is why we even come with offers sometimes, you know, to say, you know what, we have this offer. If you take it today, that's when you will say, ask Roba, how did you join? I gave you an offer and it was a limited time offer. You know, I'm trying to find some of these objections and their responses, because it helps. It helps to know what people will say even before they say it, so that you say it first. And when you say it first, they won't say it. Where is this thing? Okay, for example, I don't have time. You know, people will say things like, I don't have time. They will say it a lot, you know, because really time is limited, you know. But then now you need to be able to tell them that if you say you don't have time, you will never have it. You know, you'll never have it, you'll never own it, because you think, you know, I don't have time to go through a presentation. You will come across people, even after sharing the link and inviting them, they will keep saying that I didn't have the time to go through it. I didn't have, you know. So now you should be able to say, you know what, everybody is busy, but those that want freedom, they make time for what matters to them, you know. I don't have the money. Nobody joins because they have the money. Most people join because they need money, which is why people make sacrifices when they start, because they don't have the money. You know, I'm not ready. I don't think I'm ready yet. Nobody's ever ready. You know, nobody's ever ready. Everybody, you know, challenges themselves to get out of their comfort zone. And as you continue, you become, you know, better, and you become ready as you continue in the business. You know, so I'm trying to say, don't conclude for them, and don't, not to say don't believe them when they're saying they're coming month end. Some will, definitely. But most of the time, you will hold on to this prospect is coming and they won't come, which is why you need to realize that it's a numbers game. It's a numbers game. And even if the person is coming and then something happens and then they redirect the money to something else, remember, you are working for 5cc. You want to be a supervisor. You want whatever incentives that you're working for this month. They are not there yet. So bona they will push, they will tell you, "Hey, mina, I'll join next week, I'll join next year, I'll join," you understand? So the agency must be now created by you to say, you know what, if you join this week, your box will come back this week, and you could be coming to the presentation with a box yotumo in your hands. You know, and whatever that you can put to create that sense of agency, you must create it. Don't just believe people and then say, "Hey, I don't want to be pushy because if I'm pushing them," no, just make them feel the what do you call this, FOMO. If they don't make the decision today, there's something that they are going to miss out on. That is the one of the skills that you need to build. All right, we will end here for today. We are still on this document. I hope you are finding value. I really, really hope that it's also helping you to understand this book. It may look like a complicated book, but when you do it together, you will find that it's helping you a lot. So yeah, we are still building our way to manager level. And then I want us to quickly go through my calendar. I just want to show you guys how I am able to show up for my business the way I do. A lot of us are struggling in the business because, my goodness, I don't want YouTube. A lot of us are struggling in the business because man, where is the calendar? So I just quickly want to show you how because I was here. Okay, so please tell me if you can see it. Yeah, new share. Please tell me if you can see the calendar.
Sayabonakala nyar.
Okay. Hey, some of us are unable to do the business because of Sikahleleki. Are we using calendars in Nkosi? Are we using calendars? I think this is the wrong calendar. Are we using calendars? Please type in if you have a calendar or a diary. Because wow, shame. The reason we're unable to do the business is because we don't even own calendars. Do you guys have calendars? Type 1 if you do, type 0 if you don't. Ayikho i-calendar, Nondobeko. No calendar, no success. No calendar, no success, Lamasiko. Who else? Who else is just running from their head, checking the WhatsApp group to see what the leader is saying?
Me.
No calendar, 0. Okay, let's see. At least one person, guys. I'm expecting at least one person to have a calendar.
Yo.
I'm expecting at least one person to have a calendar.
But I do have a diary.
Yeah, yeah. Let us get into the habit of being organized. Ngitokusho nje ngelivili elincane Nkosi yami leliphasi, but it's the most important thing.
Yeah.
Let us hleleka. Let us hleleka. We are using Google. With Google, you can literally do anything and everything. For example, when you look at this is my week, Njelele Silkala. It's already telling me, because I set it to have my calendar for South Africa as well. It's already telling me that on the 24th, Tuesday, it's a holiday in South Africa, Heritage Day. So it means whatever I want to do, orders, whatever, they won't be attended to on Tuesday. Yeah, but it helps me to plan. And then this one is a daily thing. We know we have power hour every week, except for when it's, I think, the first or the second week of the month where we have second Tuesday where we have a policy training. But 12 to 1, it's power hour. It helps a lot. Well, you may feel like right now I'm still employed, I don't have time, but trust me, you may recruit people that are not employed. So you need to understand the times of the business so that you can guide them. You may be employed, but recruit people that will do the business full time, or people that are unemployed that may have the time to attend. So you need to know 12 to 1 is blocked. I don't attend power hour all the time because life does happen. But if I tell you the truth, my system say 12, I'm seated and I am working on my business. Even my kids know, everybody knows that when I'm in the house, I could be doing other things. At 12, I stop everything and do the business. And with the calendar, your calendar will remind you. In 30 minutes, power hour is starting. So whatever I was doing, I have to put aside. Okay. And then we now have WhatsApp presentations in our team. Block the time, guys. I know labanye basuke emisebentini basaphakela, whatever that they're doing, but block it so that you remember that we have presentations. Even if you can't really be fully present, but at least you know it so that you can remind your friends and your prospects, everyone. So that must go into the calendar. And what I like about Google is that you can even put links. For example, I have a link here, so I can now invite people straight from my calendar without having to worry about EP link. I've forgotten it, so you can even have a link here. Google Calendar is not hard. You can just navigate it and edit and edit and edit. And then tomorrow we have Gen Z business presentation, which is a business presentation targeting EMA 2000s. So we have it on Mondays from 8 to 9 p.m. Let's try and invite people. We already even have a link. You can just invite people to come, especially, the younger generation. They'll come and listen to Michelle. They'll be inspired and start their business. And then we have a product training on Tuesdays. Well, this particular Tuesday, I doubt because of the holiday in South Africa, so we may not have it, but it's happening every Tuesday, Nema product trainings. So that is also important for us to attend on Zoom, so that we understand the products. Yeah, siyacela nihleleke Nkosi yami lo masiko. And then on Wednesday, it's just power hour and the WhatsApp presentation, nothing much really. Thursdays, we have the power hour from 12 to 1, and then we do have the team presentations on WhatsApp, and then we have the SADC business presentation that is on Zoom, 8 to 9. How do I come up with this? Guys, there is a page. Let's just wait a minute. I don't know if you can see my Facebook. Please tell me if you can see my Facebook.
Yeah, but now.
Okay. Oh, forever. See, so we have these pages. Please normalize following these pages because that is where you will see we have one called Forever Southern Africa Business and Events, and we have the other one called Forever Living Products Southern Africa. So these pages, they have important information. This one mostly posts about the products, and then the other one posts about the events. So what you want to do is follow this page and then come to it, and then it helps you to stay updated on what is happening. So they post really all the time, but you can even come to events. So why? Okay, so they post on the feed, but you can even go to events. Where is events here? Oh man, I don't know why I'm struggling to find events, but you need to go and see all the events that are coming up. That just helps you a lot in planning. It helps you a lot in, when I'm saying events, I don't mean only the events that I'm talking about for the week. Come on. For example, Nje, you may have people in Johannesburg and you can invite them to say, there is this presentation that is going to be happening on 21 September. You know, you can, all these were happening, I think, over the past weekend, you know, so they post literally everything. Everything is happening here. So I just wonder why I'm struggling to get to see the events. But even Power Hour, even all the events that are coming up, you will find here. Okay, let's go because I'm struggling to find the events. But even the posters that we normally share in the groups, where go to there is this and this and that and that, they are found here, you know. So, oh yeah, here are the events. So you see, we have a power hour tomorrow, we have a power hour on Wednesday, we have a Zoom presentation. You know, don't wait for us to post these things. Just go and get these things from here, and it helps you to just, you know, be more effective in your business. On October 1, we have a Zoom product training on the Start Your Journey combo. All these things, they are already there and they are waiting for you. It helps you get, if you are following these pages, because you are able to, you know, to be ahead. And then yeah, set up business presentation. You can even go and check who is presenting, stalk them on Facebook, you know, so that you are able to, you know, create your posts around them as you are inviting your people. On Friday, we have Power Hour and then our WhatsApp presentations. And then this coming Saturday, team, this is a reminder that we have our presentation at the George Hotel at 1 p.m. on Saturday. And you know, we have been sharing the poster. Remind people and please make time for it. And all our efforts, marketing, everything will be directed towards building momentum for this event. You know, so yeah, this is just a snapshot for my week. But even if you were to come to a month, you will see these are literally running throughout the month. And then even if you look at the year, you will see the year in, you know, you will see my year in advance. If you normalize scheduling, if you normalize using the calendar, I am telling you, you are going to be unstoppable. You are going to be unstoppable. You are going to just be a person who is ahead of their game. You are going to go very, very far. Your calendar can have reminders. You can have notes. You can share a link. You can share a calendar entry with a prospect. You know, you can do so much just from your calendar. And you know what they say, an empty calendar is a sign that you are going nowhere with your business. So this helps a lot. These are just the meetings that we are talking about. But when it comes to even your own meetings with your prospects, then you can see, Yati, I am free on this day of the week. We can squeeze in a coffee date. Yeah, I can see you on Wednesday. Yeah, I can see you at maybe 8 p.m. or we can do this, we can do a home presentation. Your calendar must be full. Your calendar must be full. That is just what this business is about. Because if your calendar is free like this, you'll be scrolling away your time. You'll be sitting, not knowing what to do. You just won't have direction and structure in your business. So normalize using your calendar and buy a journal, a diary, and if you don't think, hey, mina set a calendar digitally, it's fine. Buy a diary and always have appointments written. Even if that appointment is from 10 to 12, I am prospecting, fine. From 10 to 12, you switch off your phone, you put your phone on do not disturb mode, and you do what you have to do to build your business. All right, that's it, Nkosiyami. Let us close. Some people, they have to go to work tomorrow. Some are wives, some are moms, some are, so we need to close. Please give me any questions you may have before we close. Please give me any questions you may have before we close.
Okay, before we close, ngicela confirm ukuthi kepha, okay, I have someone lothi akahola this week, like Wednesday. So ube like utocala ngala tooth gels nema aloe shields yabo as a preferred custom. I raise imali yebox yodumo. So I was confirming ukuthi kepha, okay, angithi nyalo if I join, do join vele as a preferred custom. Nasakathenga le box yodumo noma lapho sekudzingeka athenge lesitoko sa 9K. Kepha kwendekani lapho?
Buy a box yodumo. Even after buying her first stock, she can go in and buy a box yodumo. Are you there, Ndu? She can buy
So,
box yodumo, or she can continue to buy stoko sakhe bit by bit for 2 months until the stock gets to 2 cc's or the value of around 9.7.
okay.
Yes.
Manje okay, asangithi-ke uthenga le box yodumo. Asangithi uthenga le box yodumo and then bese kwenzakalani? No need mos ukuthi iphindze maybe register ukuthi nyalo uzothenga ibox yodumo or kutovele cace nje.
She will
Odeni lakhe sivele sifaka i-estrogen combo noma
yes.
okay.
Yes. Anile box yodumo just comes in as an order. Like you can just add to cart and purchase. That's what we did with Nondobeko. She was already a
Okay.
prepaid customer and then she bought a box yodumo. She went on the online platform to buy the box yodumo because she was already a member, so she was able to shop online.
Okay. All right. Thanks.
Yeah. All the best, Nkosiyam, shame with your soon to be baby, newborn baby.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, let us close, Gay. Let us close. I hope this was a fruitful session, and I hope you are doing your best to get as many people as possible to these WhatsApp presentations and to the upcoming physical presentation. How is the challenge going? We have a challenge that is running until 25 for the upcoming meeting. Do you still remember it?
Yes.
How is it coming up? 5 cc's. 5 cc's. Uhamba njani 5 cc's? How many people are at 2.5 cc's now? Sibone vele no people are coming.
Yo.
Nigu 0. Nigu bo 0 point. Nigu 1. Guys.
Hard.
Let me tool. If you don't do this business every week, bit by bit, uzohlala stressed at the end of the month. I'm telling you. Even if your plan is to do your at least 2 cc from recruiting, let those people find you at 2 cc's or 3 cc's if you're working for 5 cc. Remember, team, we have Success Day. I don't know if I should. We have Success Day coming up in November. And in that Success Day, if you want to go on stage, you need to be a supervisor. You need to be a supervisor. We have Success Day coming up in November. You know, you need to be a supervisor. Right? November 16, yeah. We have Success Day coming up. on November 16. So if you are doing if you want to go on stage, you need to do at least 5 cc every month for the recognition months. And it's August to October. So you should have done your 5 cc in August, September, October. Then you will go on stage for what? For 5 cc recognition. You will get your 5 cc pin. And then the next one is you need to be a supervisor. How do you become a supervisor? You need to do your base of 10 cc's. Nyalo September, you do 10 cc's. Next month, you do your 15 cc's. And that is how you become a supervisor. I know people that are not going to supervisor. If you are not doing your 10 cc's this month, no supervisor for you. So already the success day that we're going to in November, you're going to just be going for vibes. You're going to be traveling all the way to Gauteng for vibes if you won't be building your base for supervisor this month. So in Zabaya 5cc before 25, it was for you to help you. Even if you do 1cc every week, 1cc every week, you can get there. It looks hard, guys, but we have to do the hard things forever for us to be successful. Tell me you've done 3 cc's and you are prospecting. Hi, I can see that you are going to get to your 5 cc's. 0 cc's and we are working for a 5 cc incentive. No, that's not how it works. And the smaller incentives that we're offering at team level, they are for us. They are to strengthen us for the bigger incentives in the company. They are for us. Don't take them for granted. For example, in our team right now, we have a 5 cc incentive. You can literally push yourself to 10 cc's. Next month, we have an incentive. You can fly for free to the success day if you do 15 cc's. Look at it this way. You do your 10 cc's and then you do your 15 cc's. Automatically, you become a supervisor. You get a free flight and accommodation for the success day. And then you get recognized as supervisor at the same time. All these small incentives that we, your leaders, are bringing, they are to help you move and grow your business. So if you don't take advantage of the small things, the bigger things are going to be very far from you. So please, team, please. 0 cc's at this time. At least 2 cc's, 2.5, 3 cc's. I can see that, no, this person is moving. I can see that this person is moving. We have Success Day, November 16. And it's for us. It's for us. If you're not working for Success Day, you're not attending Success Day, angazi. We also have managers meeting in February, sorry, next year. Again, if you are not going to be working for managers convention, I don't know what you want. It's happening. We're going to be hosting Jane Lish. She's one of the biggest people at Forever. She joined Forever in 1995. She's the one who wrote the First Steps to Manager, one of the biggest and long-term serving members of Forever. She's going to be training us at the Managers Convention in February 2025. It's going to be at 9, 10, 11, 12 at Drakensberg. All these days, we'll be getting training and networking and enjoying quality time as FBOs, as a manager. You should be a manager before 9 February for you to go to this event. So the dreams must be big, team. It starts with just doing the small things. If you're given 4 cc, 5 cc, do it. Do it. Because if you don't want to be a manager by the end of the year, already this is gone for you. Already this is gone for you. I don't even want to talk about the fact that people are going to Thailand, people are going to Paris. You know, all these things, they are building towards what you can be at Forever. Don't take them lightly. Don't look at what you can afford. I don't have money for stock, so let me just do what I can. Let me wait for orders. No. Go in a recruiting craze. And when I say go in a recruiting craze, I mean go and prospect, invite. If you haven't started doing the 5 to 10 people a day, inviting them to business presentations, then it's going to be hard. Because to be a manager, you need 120 CCs done in 2 months or 150 CCs done in 4 months. So let's do what we have to do. Let's do what we have to do. If you're at 0 CCs, you haven't done your 4 CCs already, you are far from doing your 5 CCs, you don't think you'll do it, you'll close at whatever CCs that you're able to do, then it's not going to work. Just like the presentation that we're going to be having on Saturday, if you plan to come by yourself or you just plan to come with one friend, then the business won't benefit you. We have leaders from South Africa who could just be lighting up the fire for all your prospects to come in and make a decision probably immediately. Get 10 or more people. Get 10, just invite. You don't have to say a lot of things. The event is happening at the George, literally in Manzini. Invite people to come. Get people to come, guys. There's going to be Amo, there's going to be Leader Fefe. There's no excuse. You don't even have to do much. All you have to do, get the person to sit down. Refreshments will be there. Just get the person to sit down and listen to these people. Call your friends. This week is starting. Call your friends. If you want to do 10 CCs, you recruit 5 people with a box you do. You get your 10 CCs. But for you to recruit 5 people, you need to invite over 50 people. Over 50 people. Daily presentations, invite people. The weekend presentation, invite people. The Thursday presentation on Zoom, invite people. Otherwise, you'll feel like the business is heavy on you every time you need to buy all those CCs by yourself from your own pocket. Because it shouldn't be done like that. You should be at least doing 1 CC of stock. At least 1 CC of stock. The rest must come from recruiting. Ngiyaxolisa kunithathisa. Ngiyaxolisa kunithathisa, but I know you're working, I know you're pushing yourselves, but there's more, guys. There's more. I don't want to lie to you. That's why I'm showing you my calendar, because I want you to know that there's a lot that is going to be happening in this business. And it all starts with the decisions that we're making. It all starts with the decision. 29 April to 3 May, people will be in Paris. People will be in Paris. 29 May to 3 April, people will be in Paris. In September, people will be in Thailand for the Eagle Manager Retreat, just like these people that are in Italy right now. 26 to 30, they will be in Thailand. So your foresight with Forever should be long. You can't be looking at now, say, this month I don't have money. This month I won't do forces. Say, no. You need to be looking at where you are going with the business. Invite people, 5 to 10 people, 5 to 10 people, so that you are able to recruit. Come to Power Hour, guys. Please come to Power Hour. Just block the time every day and come to Power Hour. That is how you are able to build a business. And when you come to Power Hour, do the activities. Don't just mute and do other things. Do the activities. I bought a Power Hour booklet yesterday, a 2-choir, because I just want to do this thing right. Before Power Hour, you already have a list of the people you'll be calling, a list of your customers, inquiries, people that have been talking to you, so that your Power Hour is effective. You already know what posts you're going to be making, which platforms you'll be focusing on. Being organized will take you far in this business. Being organized will take you far in this business. All right, let me just close this meeting. Let me just close this meeting. Thank you so much, family, for coming. Let this inspire you to not go to bed now. People are sleeping, guys. When I talk to you in the groups, nilele, most people sleep. We can't do this. We can't do this business. Silale sizasivuka at 8. No, fam. No. When we say at 7, at least your TikTok post should be up. Usukuvuke ngabani? Let's stop sleeping. Don't close your books. Yeah, sasiphumile like Zoom. Sengiyolala. No. Reflect on this. What were we learning in that meeting? What can I change? What did I learn? Hi, let me write down. Let me check my notes. Guys, it's a business. It's a business. Don't just say, I just wait a meeting I care 3 hours. Now let me just check what's happening on TikTok and sleep. No. Probably by the time you sleep, you would have invited people and told them, because you know what? No weekend we have this. And I just need at least 5 people. Saying na bo bampla by 5. And if you don't commit to this, so sell. Tell people that they're going to be missing out if they don't attend. Invite people when the week is starting so that they can block out the time. Bangatikhanzi ba attend the other things on weekend when you are expecting them to come. All these prospects that you've been talking about, get them to the presentation. Maybe they'll make the decision faster after attending the presentation. There's no time to sleep. You only sleep when you are, the people that are sleeping are the people that are in Italy, guys. Tina, no. Your forces is not done. You have no reason to sleep. Please, please, let us be serious. Let us build this business with more intention. If you haven't bought your exercise books, go and buy them. You will need one for Power Hour. You'll need one for trainings. You will just need exercise books. You didn't do your stock taking for the week. You haven't done your stock taking. Go and do it before you sleep. You must know how many 2 gels you have, how many aloe vera gels. What is your product focus of the week? What are you posting tomorrow? Which products are you delivering? Go back to the inquiries. Someone asked about this and you never got back to them. Please. You need to know. You really, really need to know your numbers. You collected new numbers last week. You didn't tell them about the business. Go back. Invite them to a presentation. Tomorrow we're having a presentation. Please. And then place your orders. Your sisters of faith. Nobody has ordered. Place your orders. Place your orders. All right. I'm closing for real now. Okay. If there's no questions, no comments, we are going to close this. Can we have someone to pray for us, please, before we close? Just so that we get direction from God and so that we are just empowered to approach this new week without any fear. I'll just ask a volunteer. Guys, no one is a believer here in this team. Okay, I'll do it. Can we bow our heads? Father God, we thank you. We thank you for this opportunity. We thank you for the gift of life. We thank you for the team that you have planted us in. We thank you for this business that you have given unto us, oh Lord. We believe that this business is here to change our lives. We believe that this business is here to empower us to be better people too. As we start this week, oh Lord, we have big plans. We know what we want and we hope to achieve it. The Bible tells us that none of the plans that we have will ever be successful if we do not pass them by you. We trust, oh Lord, that our plans are in alignment with yours. We trust, oh God, that We are not doing this business just for our own gain, but to change the economy of Eswatini, to change the lives of other people, even beyond our country. We trust, oh Lord, that this business will also bring solutions to health problems that a lot of people have. May you guide us, oh Lord. May you lead the right people to our teams. May you give us insight above all, Lord. May you give us perseverance. May we not get tired, oh Lord. May we not do things once and feel like we have done enough and give up. May you give us strength and courage. May fear not be a part of our lives. In the mighty name of Jesus, we pray. We thank you, Lord. We also pray for this meeting that we're planning for. We pray for our guests that are coming all the way from South Africa. May you be with them on the road, oh God, and may you give them, Father, all that they need to empower us through this opportunity. In the mighty name of Jesus, we pray. Thank you, Lord. Amen.
Amen.
All right, team, we are going to close. We will have this meeting up probably tonight or tomorrow as a replay for those that will want to go through it again to just take notes. Otherwise, thank you so much for coming and thank you for being patient. We really, really went over the time that we normally take for the meeting. But thank you for staying engaged and just for being part of the team. I really, really appreciate you all. Thank you.